Hi there, this is basically another one of my running videos of genre collections. This time it's my Shout and Scream Factory collection. There's not a lot here. There's a few, and I'm sure there's going to be some that I've missed that I've misplaced somewhere else, or I just forgot that I had on hand. But here are the ones that are on hand. As usual, I will go through them, say recommend or not recommend, and give you a little quick update on what they are. First, and this is probably one of my favorites, the Slumber Party Massacre collection. It is cheesy, it is fun, it does have audio commentary in each film. There's a 3-part documentary. It is, if you're a slasher fan, this has to be in your collection. Shout Factory did a great job of putting this together. It is a 2-disc set. The classic Slumber Party 1 is on the first one, and Slumber Party 2 and 3 are on the second one. Slumber Party 2 is my favorite of all 3 of those, and I highly recommend the film. Now, if you're a Roger Corman fan, then this Shout Factory one is probably going to be for you. Traci Lords and Not of This Earth. It's the remake of the 1950s Roger Corman film about a space vampire, not the Mathilda kind, with Traci Lords in clothing, but still looking extremely sexy. This is when she went from porn to actually going legit and making real films. This is a fun film, and it's a comical film. It has some really neat scenes, and there's some great features, and I did love this one. Jim Wynorski has commentary on this, and Traci Lords speaks in it as well. This is not for everyone, but I liked it myself personally. Star Crash. Star Crash is another one of the Roger Corman's cult classics. I've been collecting this series. Certain ones I like, certain ones I haven't gotten. But Star Crash is loaded with stuff. It is a 2-disc collector set. It has a great, it has some great stuff with it, and it is, apparently the little thing I'm on is broken off. So Aaron gets a new case. Just so you know, a lot of these are double-sided. They have stuff on both sides. I haven't really got a chance to look at that yet. Honestly, I've had this for about a year. Star Crash is a great one, not for everybody. If you like the cheesy science fiction, pick it up. If not, you can wait. However, when it comes to cheesy science fiction, and ones that are actually really, really good, Galaxy of Terror, another Roger Corman called Classic Collection. The documentaries on this are incredible, and you know, this is actually a really, really good film. Sid Haig's in this, who I actually got to meet. Nice guy, and there's a lot of big actors. I do highly recommend this one. I would actually pick this one up before going for something like Star Crash, which is a little bit more hulkier. This actually has a little bit more depth to it. And of all of the cheesiest types of guy on, I like this. Humanized from Deep, not for everyone. It's a monster movie. It's different. I like the way the monsters look in this one. I like the making of that was done with this film here. I'm a Roger Corman fan. You know, if you're not a Roger Corman fan, you may not like a lot of these, but these are some of the classics that he did, some of the better ones. Piranha. It's a classic. I think if you're a horror fan, everybody should have the classic original Piranha. I'm sure you've seen the remake and in 3D and the sequel and stuff like that, but this is the original Piranha. I do have Piranha 2. It's not a Shout Factory film. It's a fan of my girlfriend's a really big fan of that film, and it's actually had a James Cameron actually worked on that one. That one had flying piranha fish. Okay, good film. I recommend it highly. Next one is not a recommendation for anybody but really, really rabid fans of this type of genre, because it's not a great one. It is the Action Pack collection. It has the Great Texas Dynamite Chase, Georgia Peaches, and Smokey Bites the Dust. I like them because they're just fun little, like, fast car road films. Not many movies you're going to see with Tanya Tucker as the main character. She's actually she's a country singer, and she's better at country singing than she's acting. But I thought it was a little fun thing. I wouldn't recommend it for anybody either diehard completists like me that want to get all the Corman stuff, or just fans of that stuff. Although I did have a bit more fun with Crazy Mama and The Lady in Red. Not the best of the Corman stuff, but I particularly like The Lady in Red. Crazy Mama is fun too. I did have a unique, huge crush on Pamela Sue Martin, who was the first in Dynasty. Well, do they actually say it here? No, but she was in Dynasty. And I'll remember that after this video is over, by the way. But I loved her character. Emma Sands played her character afterwards. This one I do recommend. Big Bad Mama 1 and 2. The second one is almost like a remakey thing, but I love the Big Bad Mama movies. Angie Dickinson and the girls were charming. It was witty. It was fun. It wasn't too. It was lighthearted, and you just had fun with it. You didn't have to overthink the movies. You sit down and watch these movies anytime, put them on. There are some great stuff with this as well. Shatner's one of these, and I am pretty sure Robert Culp is. Yep, Robert Culp. And Ruth Glover as well. Okay, now onto the Scream Factory ones. You've seen most of these, if not all these, because I've probably unboxed or reviewed them. But just a quick go through to see if you haven't watched those videos, or which I hope you do have. Here's the ones that I have. Phantasm 2 gets the highest recommendation from me in the Scream Factory collection. This is my favorite so far. The documentaries on it are amazing. This thing is loaded, and I would recommend everybody get the Phantasm 2 one. I'm a very huge Phantasm fan, but even if I wasn't, that would have converted me. Funhouse. Fun film by Tobe Hooper. This is probably his third best film for me. I enjoy this one a lot. There's a lot of really good stuff in this, and I find that it works better the second or third time around. Recommend it if you like slashers and monster movies, because it's kind of a combination of both there. Deadly Blessing. I love this film. A really, really underrated Wes Craven film. I highly recommend it. I find it an extremely good film. It's hard to really pigeonhole this into one category, but it is very well done. It's very well shot. I like the way that it was done. Some people had certain problems with certain scenes, but I think it was great. There's a lot of big stars in this, by the way. Going through watching this like the second or third time the other night, I realized that Susan Buckner, one of the sensible girl in it, was actually Patty Sue from the Wilcox, I think, from the Grease movie. And of course, getting to my Blu-rays for Scream Factory. There's Halloween 3, fun movie. You're a Halloween fan, you don't even need to be told to get this one. If you're even a remote fan of the horror genre and the cheesy stuff, and you don't have this one in your collection, shame on you. Even the movies may be cheesy and stuff, there are some great featurettes on this film, and it really needs to be in your collection, as does this. Halloween 2. This is the definitive version. The one came out a year before that had Terror in the Aisles on it. I may pick that up to get Terror in the Aisles down the road, since I don't see that coming out on its own anytime soon. But Halloween 2 was extremely well done. Great set. It's one of the bigger ones with features. This is probably next feature-wise when it comes to the Scream Factory ones, next to Phantasm 2, which still has the best. Fun movie, Death Valley, slasher thriller, not your typical slasher movie. Got some great actors in this. You got Paula Matt, Catherine Hicks, Stephen McHattie, and of course Peter Billingsley, who is Ralphie from The Christmas Story. I thought it was a fun film. It's a good pickup if you like thrillers, not that expensive. If it's in around $15 mark, I'd say pick it up. Not for everybody, but I love this because I'm an Empire Pictures and a cheesy horror fan. TerrorVision and Video Dead. Again, if you like this type of stuff, it is a good pickup. There is a good about 40-minute featurette on it about the movie TerrorVision, done by Empire Pictures. So, you know, a lot talking with like the Richard Band, who was the composer of a lot of the Empire Pictures and Full Moon films. Charles Band, of course, and Ted Nicolai and a lot of the guys that worked on that stuff. There's a little thing for Video Dead there. I think a couple commentaries as well. I enjoyed this one. It's not for everybody. It's a schlocky film. If you like schlocky type films, go for it. Terror Train, personal favorite of mine. If you're a slasher fan, you owe it to yourself to have this slasher film in your collection. It is a very good film, and the twist at the end is extremely well done. You got a killer here that Michael's got his William Shatner bleached out mask. Freddy got the claws. Jason's got the hockey mask. In Terror Train, the killer here kills off somebody, and then he takes on their basically their identity, their outfit, their costume that they're wearing, and goes from costume to costume. So you're never quite sure exactly where he is. And the final twist on where he's been is even better. I recommend it. The next two are high recommend, so I'm just going to go through them really fast and let you know that if you don't have They Live in your collection, shame on you. This is one of the best fight scenes of all time in any film. And between Rowdy Piper and Keith David. Amazing film. A bit of a bleak ending. Great film. If you don't have it in your collection, go out, get it, watch it. You'll have fun. It's a John Carpenter film. It's one of John Carpenter's better films. It is not a horror movie. It is an action science fiction film. And it is a good one. Speaking of good ones, for me, From Beyond beats Reanimator. I love Reanimator. Jeffrey Combs loves Reanimator. But From Beyond was a movie that showed me that Jeffrey Combs was more than just the Herbert West. He could play the other character as well. Combs himself thought that Bruce Abbott would have been a better choice for the role here in this movie, but I thought that he did a great job. Barbara Crampton in Leather. Oh, my heart. Highly recommend this one. Gotta say, great effects. The featurette on this is amazing. You're going to want to watch it a couple times. It's really fun, and I highly recommend it. Thanks. Right now, for me, it's time for tea. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you'll go out and get some of those movies if you don't have them. And if you do, congratulations, you've got great taste. It's time for tea.